Hi, my name is Laurie Adams. I'm a registered nurse working in home health. Today I was out seeing patients and I had to run into the supermarket. Of course, we're taking all precautions possible against COVID-19. So I sanitised, put my gloves on, my mask and went into the store. While I'm in there, I did notice that there's a lot of people wearing masks and gloves, and unfortunately they do not have a clue how to use them. For example, the lady in line in front of me, 6 feet apart obviously, she was wearing a mask and gloves, but then I was appalled when I'm watching her as she got to the checkout. She's taking the groceries out, puts them up, and it comes time to pay. She has her purse in the shopping cart. She reaches in with those gloves, she pulls out her purse, takes out her credit card, sticks it in, presses the keypad for her numbers, and then puts everything back into her purse, still wearing the same gloves. What I wanted to do is explain to people how you actually should be doing this. Okay, so starting off right from the very start, the inside of your car should be a clean zone. You should never be sitting in your car with anything that's been contaminated from outside. Do you really need to take your cell phone into the store, or can you manage to live without it for 15 minutes, something however long it takes you into the store? Also, do you need to take your purse in, or is a bank card sufficient? You have to remember, you take your purse in, you sit it in a shopping cart, it's contaminated. People, I just want you to think this through and think through it sensibly, and I really want people to be safe. Now these are sanitised, I've already sanitised these. For the purposes of going into the store and home health and the precautions we are taking, we are leaving our phones in the car. All I took into that store today was a clean credit card which I put into my pocket. I then sanitised my hands, I put the gloves on, and then I'm good to go. I can go and touch whatever I want in there, everything except my face, my sunglasses, anything at all. I can touch things on the shelf, I can use the shopping cart. So you go in, you pick up the groceries that you need, put them into your cart. You then wait in line, 6 feet apart of course. When you get to the checkout and it's your turn, they're bagging your groceries. What you're then going to do is pull one hand out. I'm pulling the left hand side out because I'm right-handed. So then, with my clean hand, I go in to my pocket. I can put my card in. I use the dirty hand to press the numbers on the keypad. I keep the clean hand like this. They've loaded my groceries into the cart. I then push my cart with the dirty hand only, and I touch nothing with this hand, okay? Back to the car, open the trunk. Now what I would like to show you is, in the trunk of your car, you should have a dirty zone and a clean zone. So for example, these boxes are the only ones that I actually had on hand. Imagine this is the trunk of your car. This is the dirty box on the right hand side, and this is the clean box, right? So here's your shopping. You're then going to put your shopping into the dirty side, okay? If you have wipes, you can then take out a wipe. These are clean, so I'm touching it with my clean hand. This is contaminated, but for the purposes of the demonstration, I'm going to use two, because what I would be doing is to avoid contamination with this dirty glove. I'm holding the box with this wipe and not touching it at all with the glove. You're then going to clean the outsides of your groceries, and you're going to sit them in the middle section, a clean middle section where you're going to let them air dry. And this hand, remember, is still clean. This can go in your dirty section. With the clean hand, you take your groceries and put them into the clean side, and they're now ready to go into your home. Pulling the glove off from the wrist and sticking it into your dirty box. So that's your groceries, they're all clean, ready to go into your home, and you can dispose of this dirty box when you go home, but you keep them separate. Sanitise. Never, never, never touch your door handle with hands wearing gloves, never. And get into your car with clean hands. I forgot to also say, if you must take your cell phone into the store, what you should be doing is a clean cell phone into a poly bag like this, okay? And take it into the store with you, keep it protected. As soon as you get out, while you're still wearing the dirty gloves, you're going to take it out with your clean hand. Your phone should still be clean. Slip it into your pocket. That gets turned inside out and thrown out. Thank you for watching. I hope this has been helpful for you. I thought it was really important to tell people how to do this correctly. The problem is that people are going into the stores, they're wearing gloves, they don't realise they're putting themselves at a bigger risk than they need to be. They're at a higher risk because they're wearing those gloves, because they have a false sense of security that they've worn gloves and so they're not going to be contaminated, and in reality the risk to them is much higher. Thank you for watching.